Charlie Woods' first AJGA victory wasn't a feel-good fluke. It was the loudest proof yet that he belongs with the nation's top juniors. AJGA's own recap doesn't read like fairy dust. It reads like a build plan, disciplined targets, patient course management, and a tempo that sharpened as the stakes rose. That cocktail is portable, and portable wins are what separate moments from momentum. File this away at the buzzer of paragraph 1. If Charlie Woods' week is the new floor rather than a lucky ceiling, then the conversation shifts from novelty to inevitability, and that shift changes how every start, every field, and every finish gets graded next. Let's talk receipts before we talk legacy. At StreamSong's Team TaylorMade Invitational, per ajga.org, Charlie Woods posted 15 under across 3 rounds, 70-65, 66, the kind of progression curve that doesn't blink on Sunday pressure. Here's your mid-chapter jolt. That isn't a soft field sugar high. The Invitational pulls elite juniors and sustained red numbers over 54 holes signal control. Not coincidence. Add the quiet detail that matters most to evaluators, closing with 66, and you start to see Charlie as a player who accelerates when the oxygen thins. Pin this to your mental leaderboard as we close. Scores travel, storylines chase, and 15 under survives, course changes, wind shifts, and tougher pins far better than hype ever does. This is where we set the table, not a shrine. The question isn't, is he Tiger 2.0? That's lazy nostalgia. It's, where does Charlie Woods sit right now among elite US juniors? We'll answer with verified inputs. AJGA ranking movement, event strength, and pattern consistency, cross-checked with reporting and context from golf's coverage. We're going to overlay receipts on reputation and strip out the surname gravity to see what remains. Keep this exit ramp in sight. By the end of this story, you'll know Charlie Woods' tier, his next checkpoints, and whether the needle just twitched or the compass turned. Start with the cold splash. 1 week at StreamSong didn't just tweak perception, it detonated it. Charlie Woods' win at the Team TaylorMade Invitational is the hinge on which his junior profile swung, vaulting him 595 places into the AJGA boys' top tier, landing near number 14-inch, the latest release. He did it with a staircase of rounds 70-65, 66, a tempo that rises as the room gets quieter. That's not vibes, that's verification, and it travels. Remember this inflection point. Once Charlie Woods upgrades both resume and ranking in the same breath, narratives stop chasing him and start following him. Now validate the claim, not the myth. The AJGA recap confirms totals, confirms the week's shape, and the leaderboard confirms the caliber of the kids. Charlie Woods beat national names, college-bound ball strikers, not a soft draw. When Charlie Woods closes with 66 into headwinds of expectation, that's signal over noise, and the tape doesn't lie. Add the evaluator's footnote, 3 consecutive under par cards, escalating aggression, and no late bleed, and you have a performance that ages well under film review. Tag this with a different hook. The primary source removes the romance. It's not Tiger's aura, it's Charlie Woods' strokes gained on a scoreboard that didn't blink. Balance the ledger, because hype without friction is fiction. A T9 at the Junior PGA is a real result, but it also meant Charlie Woods narrowly missed automatic US Junior Ryder Cup spots strong enough to matter, short of inevitable. This is where projection gets honest, in the gap between a signature win and the drumbeat of weekly contention. The pattern says ceiling confirmed, floor forming, and ranking trajectory says up, not done. Leave with a purposeful sting. If StreamSong proved Charlie Woods can slam the door, the Junior PGA proved the house still has rooms to finish. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Exposure isn't a shortcut, but it is an accelerator. And Charlie Woods has been sprinting in the fast lane since those first PNC strolls beside Tiger. Pro-Am ranges, inside the ropes timing, media lines that's experience most juniors won't see for years. Call it inoculation against panic, because cameras don't hole putts, routines do. The father-son stage taught Charlie cadence, pace, and the emotional math of Sunday crowds long before ranking points entered the chat. It didn't hand him birdies, it handed him reps under pressure. Park this thought as we exit. When pressure feels familiar, decisions get faster, and decisions save strokes when the tee sheet tightens. Quick reality check. Charlie Woods is a 16-year-old amateur at the Benjamin School, building a steady junior slate, not barnstorming mini-tours. We're grading a junior resume event choice, trend lines, learning rate, not pro cash lists. Schoolwork, team obligations, and age-restricted fields cap volume, which means every start carries diagnostic weight. Scarcity sharpens the read, fewer tournaments, clearer patterns, less room for mirages. The markers we track are simple and ruthless. Cut speed on tough setups, closing splits on Sundays, and bounce back rate after a mistake. Pin this to the corkboard as we exit. Consistency isn't built with podiums alone, it's built with how quiet the bogeys become. Let's drop the romance and keep the rigor. Streamsong confirmed Charlie Woods' ceiling, while mixed results elsewhere confirm the floor is still being poured. That duality is normal at 16, and it's where the work lives turning can win into threat every week. The Monaco voice applies here, because we're not selling a myth, we're auditing a trajectory. PNC weekends built fluency in chaos management. The next exam is translatable shot making, when the surname buys 0 bounces and the group ahead refuses to leak. The verdict is precise, not polite. Charlie Woods' ceiling flashes championship light, but the floor still creaks on windy afternoons. Lead with the on-course tell, a staircase that climbs as the air gets thin. Streamsong read 70 to 65 to 66, the kind of progression that doesn't happen by accident at AJGA level. The opener sets the table, the middle round sharpens the knives, and the closer does the carving. A final round 66 under invitational pressure is Charlie Woods' fingerprint, not a tourist's selfie. AJGA.org's recap frames the rounds, the venue, the company. When the last card is the low card, evaluators stop guessing about temperament and start penciling in a trait. Charlie accelerates late, and acceleration under stress is a currency that spends anywhere juniors gather. Now map signal to scale. A single trophy is a headline. The ranking reaction is the story. The post-Streamsong jump roughly 600 spots into the AJGA boys' top tier tells us Charlie Woods' value against the field, not just viral noise. Golf's reporting pairs that leap with context about who was in the room. AJJ.org supplies the receipts about who he beat and how. Competitiveness today means surviving elite fields without a babysitter, and score compression is where pretenders split. The combination of a closing 66 and a ranking surge argues Charlie is competitive against the best juniors now, not eventually. And that matters because evaluators don't grade surnames. They grade patterns that repeat across travel, weather, setups, and pressure cycles. Balance the blade before we swing it. The Junior PGA finish T9 is the honest counterweight. Charlie Woods is rising in contention frequency, but conversion remains inconsistent across venues. That's age-appropriate, outlining the next reps. Learning to win is a skill, not a mood, and the gap between in it and own it is disciplined decisions per round. Parting toggle. If Streamsong is proof of Charlie Woods' closing stock, then the Junior PGA is proof of the